Black magic.
You got to know, got to show it's time to roll. So just tell me what you want to hear. Tell me what you want, so just tell me what you want.
Welcome back, kiddies, to another episode of RatG TV with your hosts, Zeus and the Wellandwingnut. And they thought I was the crazy one.
There you go. What an amazing open, as per usual, by our man Brian Cook or Ivy Cook on TikTok. Big thanks there, my guy. And hello to all of our geeks out there. And a happy post-Thanksgiving Turkey Day, however you guys celebrate it.
They kind of go all weekend.
Yeah, exactly. Happy Black Friday, if you will, as well. And happy Michigan Wolverines beating Big Blue Day. Yeah, it's a big day. Schnickety schnick. Go Blue. Steve, how's it going, buddy? I see you're wearing your black and orange today.
Yeah, man. Yeah, big win for us last week to stay in that playoff race. You know, every game's important from here on out. So
say that again. The Vikings just holding on by a thread. So I'm not going to sport my football goal until tomorrow.
Good to see ya.
Luke. Garrett Oliver, how you doing, Garrett? Getting a lot of like and love out of Garrett lately. Thank you, my friend, for all the support. And hello, Sonia. Comme ça va? I'm still waiting for Sonia to bake us a cake. A RatG TV cake. Black and gold special. Just saying. Vegan style, of course, for Steve. For Steve. So how's your week been, buddy?
Good. Weather's turning on us. You know, we've had a few little flurries, but nothing really solid yet. But apparently we're getting some overnight, so we might wake up to a white wonderland tomorrow.
Dude, I woke up to it a couple.
That's not a Welland joke.
No. That is not just an Eastside Welland joke. We woke up to it a couple days ago. To tell you the truth, got up early and my car was covered with snow, not just frost. Like, oh, it's the time is here. And I'm every winter. It solidifies the fact that this Canadian really wants to live somewhere warmer in the wintertime.
Right.
I hate the snow so much. I love snow December 24th, 25th, and a little bit on the 26th. I want it gone by the afternoon. And on the 26th, Boxing Day, I don't want to have to deal with it. People are like, oh, you live somewhere else, it's going to rain more. I will shovel the rain.
You know, online GTA every year for a few days they have snow. They have San Andreas covered in snow, and you can throw snowballs, and it's great for, like I said, well, about a day, and then you're like, fuck, you're in a car chase, and you're fucking sliding all over. I'm like, get rid of this fucking snow, rock star, Jesus.
And deal, Sonia. We'll take that black and gold RatG TV cake. Yeah, man. It's like so many other things too.
I like to visit snow because I do like to ski. I mean, I don't play or regular pickup hockey anymore, but I do like, I used to see life, man. Like, we used to literally leave in the morning and stay on that pond all day and all night sometimes.
Yeah, I was a kid out there in his shoes, though, always.
Playing goalie.
I'm a good goalie, though, especially with no shoes or no skates on. What's Thanksgiving? LOL. Any given Sunday, Pacino is the bollocks in it. Yeah, that's a great movie, honestly. Steve and I say it all the time when we talk about football movies. There's very few football movies that are bad movies.
And I'm a huge
Gridiron Gang, so I can't say. So my record is good.
And I'm a huge Oliver Stone fan, so I love Any Given Sunday.
Yeah, same. All right, so yeah, as you can see just by Luke's answer there, that's kind of what our whole thing is today. The topic of the show is going to be best football movies. We're doing that in honor of Thanksgiving and football
Yeah,
Thursday.
we're sorry, America, but that's what American Thanksgiving is to us. It's football. It's football day.
That's it. Yeah. No, well, it's not just that. It's the day before Black Friday, and that's important to us Canadians now because we all have adopted that up here. Like we don't kill people for it. But,
No.
and here, really, we just fool the Canadians. The stores will be like, yes, it's $6.99 on Monday, and then here we go on Black Friday. It is $6.99, brought down from $9.99. We're not smart people.
I participated.
Our biggest caper was a maple syrup robbery.
Yeah. I have participated in Black Friday a few times. Only once did I actually go to line up like early in the morning because it was the year I wanted to get all the kids flat screens, right? So they had like 32-inch flat screens, so I wanted to get all three, and they were like $140 or something like that. So we actually lined up, and it was, we watched these videos, and it's like it was the most Canadian Black Friday. I was like, no, actually, here, do you want me to help you with that? Here we go.
No, it's the last one. You take it.
Yeah.
No. My Jimmy can do with a 38-inch. That's not a thing. How you doing? Well, good to see you, buddy. The Last Boy Scout. That one didn't make my list. That is one of my all-time favorite Bruce Willis movies. And I always forget to think of that as a football movie, though. Just because it's just the beginning of the movie, even though one of the main characters is a retired football player. I love the tight pants. Football, of course you do. That's the English and French influence to Canada. We're too nice to ignore a Q, even if it's a Black Friday. It is Black Friday. Yeah. That's it, man. We are far more British when it comes to the art of being polite, I think. The Replacements. Hey, that's a great pick. We might see that on somebody's list later. Well, why don't we get to the list? We were talking about that. We're going to do our top 5 favorite football movies of all time. Now, like all of our lists, they are very fluid, to steal a line from Stephen A. Smith. You may ask us this tomorrow, and it'll be a completely different list. Steve checked his from what?
Yeah, we did it like 2 years ago for the Super Bowl. We did this, so.
And we'll probably do it again this year for the Super Bowl.
What's that?
We'll probably do it again this year for the Super Bowl in like 2 months. No, we won't. We'll think of something new. Rudy, good one. Oh my God, how did I not think of this one? Great one. Wildcats, Goldie Hawn, Woody Harrelson, and Wesley Snipes. But let's start off with Steve's list. Steve, we're going to let you go with your top 5 list here, buddy. What do you got going number 1?
Well, last year I had my second favorite football movie with Adam Sandler in it at number 5, The Waterboy. So this year I thought it's only appropriate that I have the remake of the 1974 movie, The Longest Yard, also starring Burt Reynolds. As not Paul Crewe this time. Of course, Adam Sandler was Paul Crewe in this version, but funny movie. Definitely a good one for me.
Yeah, I definitely like this movie as well. It wasn't my favorite of the Longest Yard movies, or of the. There's the original Longest Yard, but there's also the Meme Machine.
Right.
But yeah, in England, I was actually just trying to download or bring them up right here. I had them. I have them on the ready. I just kind of forgot to put them in because I knew we'd be talking about them. But here we're talking about the Meme Machine. This is the Meme Machine. Vinnie Jones, of course, and young Jason Statham as the insane homicidal goalkeeper. That's a great movie. I really did like that movie.
And then getting a little more serious here, number 4. This one was based off a true story. In 1970, Marshall University, they had a plane crash in West Virginia, not too far from where they played. 75 players, staff, and boosters were killed. This was the story of Matthew McConaughey playing a coach being brought in, trying to rebuild this program. After people thought, we probably shouldn't be doing this so soon. And the thought was, this is exactly why we need to do it this soon.
Mm-hmm. This is the thing with football movies that always seems to get you. Like, there never seems to be, like, we watch a ton of sports movies, and I, for the most part, love them all. But football movies, for some reason, the camaraderie of of the team seems to be more so than we see in other sports, which is mind blowing when you consider what is it, a 52-man roster?
Yeah, 52, 53, yeah.
Yeah, so I mean that's a lot of guys to try to build that type of camaraderie with, and it's
It
always
really
such
is
a family.
that one sport, though, that there are so many moving parts that you're only as good as every guy doing their job correctly. For that play, like it is the ultimate team sport.
I totally agree. Remember the Titans? Yep, getting some good one. Brian song, great flick. Keep going, man.
And this next one, I'm not the biggest Kevin Costner fan. I'm also not a Kevin Costner hater. When I like him, I like him. When I like his movie choices, I really like them. So, and this is one I didn't watch. It's 2014, and I'm gonna say I watched this movie 2 years ago, so it had been out a while. Is the story of Kevin Costner playing the GM for the Cleveland Browns, and basically a look into the life of draft day for an NFL GM. And it was pretty good. I really liked it.
Yeah, I have to say I've honestly never seen it. I completely agree with what you said, though, about Kevin Costner. I'm not a Kevin Costner lover, but I'm not a Kevin Costner hater either. I like him. I really like him in the stuff I like him in, and the stuff I don't like him in, I really don't like him in.
Right.
But or maybe it's somewhere in the middle. He's just one of those guys. Yeah.
This next one, if you like football movies and you don't like this one, then we got Robert Loggia, Hector Alonso, Sinbad, Scott Bakula, Jason Bateman, Andrew Borowski.
Wait, you forgot Kathy Ireland.
Kathy Ireland, you're right. I did forget Kathy Ireland. Armadillo Bears.
Well, still, that was the name of their team.
Oh, was it really?
Well, they were the Texas Armadillos. I don't know what the Armadillo Bears was there for.
Oh,
I just got the quick picture.
But yeah, the Texas State Armadillos basically rebuilding the team after a scandal is what it was, right?
Yep.
The classic football story.
The classic football story. Yeah, no, yeah, that was definitely it. And the new coach, Hector Elizondo, refused to do anything. He's like, we will not do anything that would be detrimental to the team's character or name. When Steve said Kevin Costner, I thought The Bodyguard and Waterworld weren't football movies. Well, you never know with Steve.
Right. Sometimes I'm like Homer, the episode where he gets indoctrinated into the cult, and they're trying to win him over, and they just can't seem to get to him. And they're preaching to him and showing this movie about, and at the end, he's like, so you're telling me the guy from Internal Affairs knew he was in on it the whole time? They're like, there's nothing even like that in that movie. He's like, yeah, when I get bored, I just make up my own story. That's pretty much me.
I can relate. Now, you said Andrew Brzezinski was in Necessary?
He did have a smaller background role in this movie, yeah.
Oh, no way. I did not know that.
Sticking with Andrew Borowski, our friend there, he was in this next one, too. You and I both love the program. Great movie. Again, scandal, kind of rebuilding the team. Great movie.
Jimmy Kahn, Craig Schaefer.
Bill Kane, right? Yeah.
Christy Swanson. As we see right there, Bill Latimer, played by Andrew Krasnowski.
For legal reasons, we can't actually say his name anymore.
Well, legal reasons and phonetically, it's just impossible to pronounce his last name.
And we're scared.
I mean, we shouldn't be. We do have tape on him. Steve does. And Steve should be ashamed. What if Blumhouse did a football movie? Epic. Watch Blumhouse. They're epic. Well, that would be great. I would be down for a Blumhouse football movie starring Clancy as their lead quarterback. He's the quarterback trying to take over, And yeah, I think we're onto something there. Somebody hits him in the face with cleats.
So something tells me this is a high school in the South.
Wow, hold on there. That's not nice. Okay, so moving on. Here we go. So I'm going to do my list here. I'm not going to lie. The program was going to be my number one movie, but I'll let you keep that one because you were first. Clanny and Blumhouse could do a football movie, be called Clanny, a fish out of cleats.
I like it.
Yeah, you do. All right, so
We'll get the Getty Man.
number 5 on my list for my favorite football movies of all time. Like I said, it's a fluid list, so it might change from time to time. But I really dig this movie. It had a great heart, and it's a true story. And yeah, I know I think it made your list last time. But that is Sandra Bullock and Michael Orr's story, The Blind Side.
Despite him going on to be a great player for the Baltimore Ravens, this was in my list last time, yes.
Go Ravens. Just kidding. I don't even have Lamar Jackson on my team anymore. I don't care. Next up on my list, though, I'm surprised. I don't know if you had this on as one of your movies last time. I probably had it on my list anyways. But I think it's a great movie. Gene Hackman, Keanu Reeves. In the year that the NFL or their NFL league went on strike, they got some scabs to come and break those lines. And wow, what a great movie The Replacements was. Like, this is one of my and I say this, obviously it's on my list, but like Johnny Utah, man. Well, he's not Johnny Utah, but he's basically Johnny Utah. We get to see Keanu Reeves play Johnny Utah.
Yeah. No, this is a good one. I definitely like this movie.
I was waiting for Bodie to show up at some point.
On the opposing team, eh? In the back.
Right? It could have happened. Don't mess with my dreams. Jerry Maguire, show me the money. Facebook user. Oh, looks like Amber's back. But my favorite is not a movie. Al Bundy versus Bubba Smith and Married with Children to prove he scored 4 touchdowns in one game. So that just solidifies my guess that was Amber.
There's a good chance.
And The Blind Side, yes. I've got an anniversary badge. Nice. Welcome to the big times there, buddy. No, next on my list, number 3 on my list of my favorite football movies of all time. You mentioned you had it on your list last time, so I couldn't put it on mine. So this time I jumped all on board with it because there's nothing wrong with my Amdula Umangada. Yeah, man. Foosball is the devil. That's a good movie. I loved Adam. I love Adam Sandler. Especially early Adam Sandler. You just couldn't miss at all for me with any of these movies. Of course, I was at that stage in life where I really recognized. It's Chad on my phone. It is Chad. Hey, what's up, buddy? All right. So, and then up next on my list, number 2 on my list of greatest football movies of all time. Ed O'Neill, Rick Moranis, Little Giants. I mean, there's not too much more you can say than that. I mean, this movie was fun watching Icebox and the rest of the Little Giants take on Al Bundy's team of Cowboys.
This is one where I know I've seen it, but it's been so long that I really don't remember it.
Oh, really? Yeah. His Ed O'Neill's niece plays Icebox. Like, she ends up playing for the Little Giants team.
Okay.
Remember, she just put some makeup on. Anyways, here's no shocker here. Number 1 on my list. I jumped all over it because it's everybody's number 1. It has to be your number 1. If this isn't your number 1 and it's an option to be number 1, then you failed as a football fan and a movie fan. Even if you're not a football fan, like, it is one of the greatest movies ever made. Never mind
the greatest stories ever told.
Yeah, and it's a true story on top of that.
People telling you can't live your dream.
And hey, look at us now. Oh.
I mean, if you would have told, 8-9-year-old us, when we were doing those radio shows in Crystal Beach, we'd be doing this, we'd be like,
yeah, right. And we had the double deck radio stack at my grandparents' place, Shirkston, but yeah, same place.
Yeah.
And yeah, we'd sit there and recreate what was that? Squirrels. Squirrels, they eat our guts, but not our nuts. Yeah, I don't even know why I still remember that song.
Boot to the head.
Boot to the head. Boot to the head. Nobody at all that's watching this is understanding what we're saying at all. We don't care. We love you for tuning in, honestly. Chad is in Chad from SNL, Chad? No, but close. I'm a failure. I prefer Any Given Sunday. Fiction rules. LOL. Just kidding. Rudy is awesome. Any Given Sunday is a great movie too. There's so many good football movies. For real. What was the one with? Oh, never mind. That wasn't Any Given Sunday.
Anytime I'm watching Rudy and it's near the end and I'm not alone, I always have to get up and get a drink or go to the washroom.
Yeah, me too. It's pretty tough. I'm not gonna lie. So yeah, those are both our lists, folks. If you have any additions you'd like to throw out, feel free to do so throughout the entire show. That's no problem for us. I do want to put this out there. Hey, we want to invite you to a little something that's coming up soon. So that's the thing.
I've never heard noisemaker things.
I don't know. You look more like Groucho Marx or something. Yes. So we are doing a New Year's Eve, second annual New Year's Eve virtual show. We have musical acts. We have a bunch of guests that will be joining us, comedians. You name it, they'll be here. No, you don't name it. Don't put that kind of pressure on us. But we will be having lots of fun. We do have raffles. We're going to have some giveaways. And some nice prizes from a lot of folks from the Niagara region. Plus, we're working on some more that are universally friendly so that our folks like Luke and others could play along as well. So make sure you stay tuned. Stay tuned. Get your tickets now. We don't have any for sale yet, but we will. Anyways, speaking of stuff for sale and making money, good time for us to pay some bills here and just give a shout out. Folks, if you are looking for internet or home phone anywhere in Canada and you're looking to save a little bit of money on, those high price bills, look over the shoulder of my boy Steve right there. Right there, that's DocNet. You want to give them a look up online. Go to docnet.ca. Tony can get you hooked up anywhere in Canada, coast to coast, from border to snow,
water,
ocean. I don't know, maybe not that far, but you might want to check that part. But he'll get you all hooked up. Great service, great prices as well, and like I said, Canadian boy to boot. So docnet.ca, he's got you covered. Woo. I felt like a new thing.
People right now are like, this signal's crap. What are you talking about? I'm just kidding.
Varsity Blues.
It's like out there.
Right. Yeah, the internet. I don't even know how they get internet out there.
Right now, there's someone in Labrador going, that's it. I'm going upstairs to get my boots. And there they were, gone.
Satellite internet. Varsity Blues. Good one. One thing that always pops out to me every time I hear Varsity Blues, I feel like I have to quote James Vanderbeek and say, I don't want your life.
Classic.
Let's see. What? Darknet. It's time they went international.
No, Darknet. That's Blumhouse's internet.
Right. Hi guys, long time. How's things? Good. Will, how are you, my friend? How are things on your side of the world? Hope you're doing well. What's your favorite football movie? Is it a soccer movie? Is it a footy movie? Is it Mean Machine? We mentioned it earlier. Just saying. Anyways, why don't we move on though? Because we do get to that point in the show where everybody kind of wants to get Steve's inside track. Like, what is Steve saying? What's the best movies that are coming out right now? And everybody gets that in your 5-second movie review. And what's the movie you got this week for folks?
Welcome to Raccoon City. Of course, the Resident Evil franchise. It's like the 7th, 8th movie in the franchise by now. I'm gonna say
Sure.
I'm gonna say 7, including
I stopped watching after one.
the animated ones, where we might be up to 8.
Yeah, I saw the one where they all got cubed, like from the movie Cube. But yeah, that was it. Good stuff though. So yeah, all right. Well, I'm excited to see this movie. Like, and you like horror movies, and this is technically a horror movie, right? I mean, even though it's got Robbie Amell in it and some other CW type actors. But I'm gonna say that they probably did a really good job, and I think there's only one way for us to find out what's going to happen when it comes time for Steve's 5-second movie review by Steve. Yeah. Our jazz hands always turn to Vogue hands at some point. All right. So for those of you that have not seen the show before, this is how it works with Steve's 5-second movie review. I'm going to put 5 seconds on the board. Steve is going to give us his review in those 5 seconds. Steve, are you ready to give us your review of Resident Evil: Return to Raccoon City?
I'm ready.
You may begin.
If you're a fan of the franchise, here's something you'll really like. If you're not, don't watch this.
Okay, I need context with the voices.
Rocky Raccoon?
Yeah, okay. Oh, right. Rocky and Bullwinkle?
Yes, Rocky and Bullwinkle, yes.
Right. Yes, I got you.
That was their whole thing. Hey, Rocky!
What's your rabbit up my head?
And then they showed the cartoon.
Yeah. So, not a fan?
Yeah. It was, I mean, considering some of the movies in this franchise have been pretty bad. Like, I remember Afterlife, I didn't really care for. I don't remember even which one that was. That's how much I didn't care for it. This one had a lot of throwbacks to the video game franchise. So if you're a fan, because it's a prequel. So if you're a fan of the original video games and franchises, there's definitely a lot of throwbacks, a lot of Easter eggs, a lot of stuff like that. So if you're a fan of the franchise, I think you'll really find enough in this movie that you'll enjoy it and walk out satisfied. But for the avid moviegoer who's maybe not super familiar with Resident Evil, yeah.
How was it for a horror movie?
I mean, you're definitely, you have a lot of effects, and mostly CGI in these Resident Evil movies. Not a lot of practical effects, which I am more of a fan of because I'm an 80s kid, so that was the height of the practical effects. I like places now that have the even, there's an even mix. We need CGI. There's absolutely CGI, especially in superhero movies. But I mean, horror, not so much. I think we can get away with we have so many great special effects artists now with the horror. I think we can do, because Walking Dead doesn't use a whole lot of CGI. They do for their wide shots and stuff like that when they want mass zombies and obviously a few kill scenes that aren't just you can't really take a person's head off. That's something SAG has a problem with. So
yeah, I don't know why though. So
right.
Weird.
I mean, they're getting paid. I mean, their family's getting money. Like,
probably got extra.
That's the team, bro. You want to be in movies, like
it's the price to pay. Wait, really reconsidering a lot of my choices right now. Green Street was a great movie. That was another really good one. I haven't seen that in a long, long time. Who is the lead actor in that? Oh, I want to say it was a Canadian actor that ended up going to England, but I could be absolutely wrong on that as well. Now I'm bringing it up. Green Street Hooligans. It was Elijah Wood. Wasn't a Canadian, just looks like one. I mean, yes.
Very nice and approachable.
Yes, exactly. Afterlife sucked ass. It was a means to an end. And Mila's role, yeah. I haven't seen, yeah, like I said, I watched the first, and that was basically it. So, what are you going to give this movie, buddy? If you're going to rank this out of 5, what's your?
As if I'm going to include everything canon here, like I said, obviously you have to because it's a total throwback to the video games, and I was a huge fan of the video games. For that and that alone, I'm going to give this movie a 3.
Nice. All right, that's not bad at all. Not bad at all. So 3 out of 5 for Resident Evil. Return to Raccoon City.
That's a visual 3, and some throwbacks. It's the story. The missing 2 points. That's where the story should be.
That's yeah. That's not good. To be fair, Ryan, the cube scene was epic at the time. The cube scene is still epic to this day. We're talking about the cube though, not about Resident Evil.
Yes,
Resident Evil totally ripped that off from the cube, which the cube is a Canadian movie that just kind of became this cult classic throughout the world. But yeah, when I saw that in Resident Evil. When we all saw it in the trailer, though, like they teased it in the trailer. So, and I think a lot of us Canadians noticed it right away. And then anyone who was kind of a cinephile who watches like, cult classics like that would have saw it coming too. But yeah, it is what it is. And I'm a big chicken shit as well. So that's part of it. Not that.
I love that it's going the other way. Like usually in North America, we remake classic Asian horror movies, and this one's being remade over there. So I can't wait to see this.
They'll do it right.
Yeah,
they'll do it right. All right. Well, speaking of doing it right, why don't we just get right to doing some news here? This Week in Geek brought to you by the fine folks over at Cheese Secrets. Go get some cheese and find out the secrets. They're in Niagara on the Lake. I don't know. I was just throwing that out there. They're not really sponsoring us. Just giving a shout out. They gave me a free dinner to come over and check out their newest restaurant that they expanded to over at Megalomaniac. So cheap pop. That's just my wife getting some more free food. Kidding. But feel free to, if you guys want to send Steve and I an invite to one of your restaurants to come do a review. We love to eat for free. That is not news. That is facts. Seeing Hocus Pocus 2 is out next year. Yeah, 2022 is already looking pretty shitty, eh? It's looking like 2020 all over again. I'm so kidding. I'm so kidding. But am I? Have we got any Jordan tonight? Or is he on? He's too big for us little peeps now. No, well, he's working on our New Year's Eve show that you just saw the invite for there, Luke. Excuse me. And he is our producer on the show as well, even though he's not here today. But that's because he is working. He works at Bell, which is a pretty big TV station here, a media station in Canada. And yeah, he's working on our New Year's Eve show, editing that shit. So we can bring you guys some kind of fun little. Well, it's going to be us, so who knows if it's fun. It may just be stupid.
There might be a little drinking going on.
A little drinky, and a little smoking.
That really could go either way.
It really could. And Garrett's loving it. I know Jordan is great. Yeah, Jordan is a great guy and working hard. So with that in mind, he is the one that did do that intro there for us for This Week in Geek. So why don't we get to it? Steve, you start us off every week with some sad news, and this week is no different.
Yeah, this was there was definitely a lot of sad news. We lost a lot of great talent in the industry this week. We'll start with legendary composer of Broadway and the big screen, Stephen Sondheim, famous for doing the music of West Side Story, and of course, more recently, Sweeney Todd, as you can see in the background there.
Yeah, and that was a big one that hurt a lot of. Anyone who's a big musical fan, you really heard them speak so much about him and how much this affected them, because he's one of those pioneers
Yeah.
So he'll be missed.
Moving on. This one is, he's one of these guys that you won't know his name, but he's been on so many TV shows in the 80s and 90s. More prominently featured in Pee-wee's Big Adventure, Honey, I Shrunk the Kid, Young Frankenstein. He was the high talker in Seinfeld and Grey's Anatomy. That's Lou Cattell. Yeah, just one of those great character actors that you see in there on what's that, Barney Miller?
Barney Miller, yeah.
But funny guy. Speaking of funny guys, brother of another funny guy, also a member of SNL, was a writer as well. You saw him in movies like Nothing But Trouble, Spies Like Us, Coneheads, and Dragnet. And that's Peter Aykroyd, of course, the late brother of Dan Aykroyd.
Yeah, what a funny family that is, though, eh? The talent in that family.
Also a Second City alum. And then, 66, we don't consider that young anymore, especially since we're getting closer to it. But, when we say 90 years old, good life. Every once in a while, we get these, no cause of death yet, but Joey Morgan played Augie in Scout's Guide to the Zombie Apocalypse. He was on the Critters TV show as well as Angie Tribeca. Just really sad at 28 years old.
Yeah, not even 30, eh? Way too young. But like I said, no cause of death yet, so we don't jump to conclusions here. We just report what we know, and our thoughts are with the families there of everyone that was lost this week. Because this was a big week. Why don't we get to some sad death news to maybe some happy news from people that have passed away, or not even so much happy, but it always makes me happy to mention this guy. And today would have been the 80th birthday of the legendary Bruce Lee. Defeat is a state of mind. No one is ever defeated until defeat has been accepted as reality. Yeah, man, that guy was like trailblazer.
Yeah.
I mean, he did so much, not even just for Asian culture, just for all cultures, and just him trying to make Wing Chun inclusive, where he included everybody. He taught Kareem Abdul-Jabbar. I mean, that was one of his students. So, yeah, great man that I think we all still miss.
Yeah. And it was also Jimi Hendrix, what would have been his 79th birthday today as well.
Yeah, crazy, man.
Yeah.
A lot of power on this day. Happy birthday to the 1-inch punch. That's actually the name of a porn I watched not long ago, too. So you had the next story coming up there.
If you've seen Ted Lasso, this next character that Jason Sudeikis played, other than being a coach, is definitely not Ted Lasso. Great opening of this new video from the Foo Fighters for the new song "Love Dies Young." He plays a very vocal and emphatic coach of a synchronized swimming team that is, in fact, Dave Grohl and the rest of the band. By the end of this video, there's a great parody of a Caddyshack when Chocolate Bar ends up in the pool and everybody clears out. They drain the pool, and then Bill Murray's at the bottom of the pool cleaning it. He finds it, and he's like, "Got it!" And everybody's like, "Oh!" And it's like, because it's a chocolate bar, and takes a bite. But I don't think there was a chocolate bar in this video. And the guy who bites it, he wasn't a member of the synchronized team, but he was a member of the band, and that's of course the guitar player Pat Smear, also from the Germs.
Of course, how fitting! How fitting for all of that. It all is just grossly perfect. Oh, I watched Caddyshack yesterday. God, that movie is so funny.
Great movie.
Now we go from great movies and great comedian to another great comedic actor coming out of Canada, and that is Ryan Reynolds, who recently posted that he was awarded the Canadian Governor General Award for his contributions. We saw he was greeted in a video by a bunch of dignitaries and a 3-minute song sung to him from ex-Bare Naked Ladies frontman Stephen Page. The teary-eyed Ryan Reynolds thanked the crowd, said, now you know you've made it, or you know you made it when. So, they're on here, and they've got this because he and his wife, Blake Lively, have donated over $200,000 to St. Francis Xavier University in Nova Scotia, which helped establish Indigenous Women's Leadership Center. They also big contributors to the David Bread Food Bank, and of course the sick kid for the hospital for sick kids across Canada. So well deserved, great Canadian, and that's the one thing I really do dig about him is he is unabashedly proud of being Canadian, and he's even more proud to be a Vancouver citizen. So I don't know. That's a lot there, but he deserves it. He's a man. Jelly Bean, how you doing? What's up? How are you? Good to see you.
Thank you.
And that was a great tribute to him. Yeah, and I think he deserves this time off, honestly, Luke. And what I would really like to see is Ryan Reynolds come back with a very dramatic and serious role next. You know what role I really liked him in? And I don't think when I think back to it, I don't think he played it goofy at all. And it was the movie with him and Denzel Washington, where he was like the FBI analyst or whatever. He was basically a computer guy. But he gets I can't even remember what it was called either. It was a really good movie, though. Somebody will think of it here and put it up in the comments, I'm sure, though. But, Denzel and Ryan Reynolds,
Yeah.
Flashing my pipes.
Well, the 28-inch pythons, possibly.
I mean, half of that, maybe.
Hulk Hogan's been in the news a bit this week. Flair was on a podcast talking about Hulk Hogan's recent health issues. His daughter Brooke also had commented saying his dad just had another back surgery. I mean, this is umpteenth surgeries for Hulk now. I mean, he lost count a long time ago. He did kind of joke with fans on his social media and said that he's doing okay, but he is down to his 9th grade weight at 275. So he's in good spirits.
Monster.
He's still in good spirits, as we can see, and all our best to Hulk, and hopefully we have him a much longer time.
Yeah, no, I agree to that. As big wrestling fans that we are, especially from the 80s, that was our jam. Now, a lot of people, have you watched The Witcher? Henry Cavill's The Witcher?
No.
Have you played the games at all?
I played the first one a bit. My kid did, so yeah.
And I played the third one. I'm not really big on the game or the show either. I know a lot of people are, and good for them. And I know everyone's happy that the next season's coming out soon. This might make them even happier. Word has come from the developers that they are working on The Witcher Part 4 video game. It will be, from early reports, they're saying that it will be both PS4 and PS5. Well, both generations, I should say. But this is cool, and it should go into development in 2022. Now, that's the only thing about the report that has me a little worried, because if it is going into development in 2022, there's no way they're making it for this generation console. So it's only going to be the next gen. So I would just keep that in mind, because this is a rumor so far. But I mean, hey, you should just be happy. Something to get you off the shitter. I don't know. That was the worst ever.
Definitely my favorite story of the week. As I've always been a Metallica fan. I'm a fan of their earlier albums. Obviously their first 4. But I can't stand Lars. I'm sure a lot of people are with me on this one. And this story just made me smile. An artist named Prince Midnight recently did up an art piece And I'm just gonna let Ryan show. Yeah, here you see Lars. So if you've ever
Now,
watched,
this is not a nude photo, folks. Don't go crazy.
I do
This is-
believe it is anatomically correct, though. I'm just saying.
well, it's covered. Dead.
So I mean, if you've ever actually wanted to shit on Lars, you can go to the art show on December 3rd, and highest bidder wins. I'm sure.
Well, let's be honest here. Any real music fan that's listened to Lars Ulrich speak has shit on Lars Ulrich already. This is nothing new. We've all done that. And he just laughs at us all with his millions and millions and millions of dollars.
So Lars, come on the show. Clear your name.
We'd rather have you than Corey Feldman.
We'll have you on. We'll have Feldman. We'll have Spenny.
He's such a dick. Such a dick. Anyways, let's move on. Speaking of, well, wait, what do we got here? Henry Cavill, yum. Wait, what happened with Henry Cavill? Oh, right, The Witcher. I met a chap in the pub last weekend who told me their favorite Metallica song is Walk. Laughed as he looked through the jukebox for Metallica Walk. Oh my God. So yeah. Pantera. I'm just
People's kids.
My favorite song from Jimi Hendrix is Living on a Prayer.
Yeah, that's a good one.
Such a good song. Followed by Every Rose Has Its Thorn.
Such an anthem.
Such an anthem. Oh, it's a small world after all. All right. That's my segue into my next story. Disney. Reports coming out of Disney that they're set to spend some money. Some big money. Disney said that they are going to spend 33% of their earnings, I believe. And that is going to be, 33 billion. Never mind 33%, $33 billion on new content coming up. Some of this will also trickle into sporting events because they do have contracts with the NHL, NFL, and Major League Baseball now, I believe, and NBA because they do own ESPN. So they got all that. But yeah, I mean, hey, we were always taught growing up from Bugs Bunny cartoons. Best way to make money is spend money.
Yeah, exactly.
And Bugs Bunny was a capitalist.
You want to talk about spending money here in Toronto? I say here in Toronto. It's the biggest city closest to us. But all three levels of government and a bunch of private donators pitched in $184 million to renovate this next place. Massey Hall is a legendary venue in the city of Toronto. I've seen this man there. I actually saw the last show he played, which was in 2018. Before they shut down, and now this was the first show since its renovation. As I said, $184 million renovation. This was Gordon Lightfoot's 170th performance at Massey Hall, of course, a record. And Mayor John Tory was on hand to give a well-deserved key to the city to Gordon.
Wow. Well done. You know what? And I don't have the story here, but kind of piggybacking on that, Massey Hall also was in the news recently. Have you ever heard of a comedian called Andrew Schultz?
It sounds familiar.
He's like he's kind of like an insult comic a bit. Well, a lot, I guess, depending on who you ask. He had a show scheduled for Massey Hall, which had sold out pre-COVID. So going to reschedule it. Before they can reschedule it, Massey Hall told him that they were no longer interested in having him because his routine crossed too many lines. So he went out of his way and booked shows at other places in Toronto. 3 shows all sold out, and I think they all sold out in less than like half hour each.
Yeah, it's I mean, that place has been around 127 years, and it's the who's who of everybody has played there.
But have you ever heard anyone been like, no, you're too much for here?
No, that's I think I saw Andrew Dice play at Massey Hall. So
and yeah, he's not anywhere near Dice. So
Gordon Lightfoot was actually the first musical act I saw at Massey Hall. I'd been there a bunch of times, but only for comedians. Like I saw Andrew Dice Clay there. I saw Craig Ferguson there. I sat behind Eugene Levy for Cheech and Chong.
Right.
Yeah.
Right. Well, that's I mean, I don't know. It's weird. I hope this is we won't get into that now. We'll get into that another time. But I just really hope it's not a sign of things to come. Yeah, like I hope cancel culture isn't becoming pre-cancel culture.
Right.
You know, it's a slippery slope. But what are you gonna do? You know what I was pretty happy about? I just want to say I don't know if Jay Hart's watching the show right now. One of our mutual buddies, big Ohio State fan, who over the last feels like forever has been calling me every Saturday that Ohio State and Michigan Wolverines square off against each other and rubbing my face in it when they always kick our ass. I just want to say, go blue, 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 go blue. I mean,
that game in Michigan.
Yeah. That's from today.
That's the actual show. Okay.
Yeah. That's how meaningful it is. Like I'm not even gonna pretend like I'm anywhere near into college football like I was even 5 years ago.
No.
You know, but
I mean,
this is the only thing I ever get up for in college football every year. It's not the bowl games. Even when Michigan makes a bowl game, I don't, unless it's the Orange Bowl or like one of the big ones, I don't really care. But this is our bowl game every year.
And I've said, my second favorite team always has been Michigan Wolverines. My team is, though, the Florida State Seminoles, who haven't been good in a few years. Our bowl streak, the longest bowl streak ever, ended 3 years ago, I'm going to say. It's like 28 or 29 years straight in a bowl or something like that. But anyways, we started 0-4 this year, and as of last week, I didn't see if they won yesterday or not, but I think they were 5-6, so they battled back. That's a tough way to start a season.
Yeah. Well, yeah, especially in college, that's almost like some of it's like
of course against the Gators, right? So that's the one I watch every year, right? Florida versus Florida State.
Florida State. Yeah, I don't even watch the Michigan State games anymore. Because Michigan State wasn't that good football team when we were kids and watching. The Wolverines were, but Michigan State was like they were the kid team.
And Pop was a Gators fan, so I had that rivalry with him there.
Right. Fair enough. Well, hey man, those are always the best rivalries to have is with your best friends.
Yeah.
Well, hey man, that's big news from the big house. There was nobody home alone in that big house.
Well, I mean, if they were home alone, hopefully they didn't get robbed. And if they did get robbed, paying $110 for a pair of shoes to me is getting robbed because I'm not cool anymore. There was a time when I definitely spent more than $110 on a pair of shoes. And on December 11th, you'll be able to get your own pair of Home Alone Adidas, inspired, of course, by Kevin McAllister's shoes in the movie. You can see even with the Velcro strap there. So for the price of $110 US, you can own them.
So worth it. No, I mean, you do you. I mean, if that's what you want, what do we?
We don't judge. We don't judge. We have choice.
No, we don't judge outwardly. I mean,
not live, anyways.
I mean, sometimes. Well, it really depends. Listen. If you're a flat earther, you're fair game. It's just the way it is. We sorry, but we're not. Speaking of not being sorry, not even being sorry a little bit, Marvel, when it comes to having long ass fucking movies. Infinity War was what, just almost 3 hours. Endgame was 3 hours.
Yeah.
Now they had the Eternals was what, just under 3 hours as well. So the runtime has supposedly been leaked for Spider-Man No Way Home. this is being the epic one that's got everybody in it, and the runtime 2 hours and 37 minutes.
I'm gonna have to get 2 popcorns.
Yeah, you're gonna have to get 2 popcorns and grab one bit, like grab an empty cup. You know, because you're gonna have to pee at some point.
Right, because we're old.
not even because we're old. It's 2.5 hours.
Okay.
And because we're old. Mostly because we're old. But yeah, no, 2 hours, 37 minutes. Like, damn, if those reports are true, I mean, they better get a lot in there. That price is ridiculous.
2.5 hours is a long time to sit for anything, especially a parade. And every year, Macy's puts on a pretty big parade. And this year, Funko made its debut. We saw Grogu last year, or maybe the year before. This year, we saw Funko Grogu making his debut.
Here we can see he's just been caught by the Mandalorian.
Right.
No, this is just before they set him off.
After getting away with the top of his shifter there again.
Again. If Grogu's not in season 3, people riot, right?
Yeah. I mean,
he's the show.
I've accepted that he's gone and we won't see him, and I'm okay with that. But I'm okay with that because we have these rumors that this will be the final season, and I'm okay with that too.
Yeah, because let's be fair. Mando's cool and all. He gets his ass whooped a lot.
This is my son's problem.
Like, he loses a lot.
The Jawas in particular.
With what? The Jawas?
The Jawas, yeah.
Come on. He's not wrong.
He does obliterate quite a few of them.
Because, like, do you know how many of them how many of those guys would have put any hands on Fett? Fett would have went in there and shish kebabbed them all, and that would have been dinner. Well, you know what, though? That wasn't even the only thing there at the Macy's Days Parade that was popping off. Another big advertisement from The Rock. And that was for season 2 of The Rock show. Dwayne Johnson? I don't. What is it called? His show. Have you watched it?
I haven't.
Young Rock. It's called Young Rock.
Young Rock. I haven't. No. And that was his. That was tribute to his Toronto Sun photo.
Oh yeah. No, we haven't talked about Hawkeye yet. Now, I don't know if Steve's watched it. I watched it. Did you watch it, Steve?
I didn't know.
Oh, okay.
I didn't think that was coming until December.
No. There's 6 episodes only.
Okay.
And they end Christmas, I think. Because that's where it takes, that's where kind of how it takes place. Oh my God, Garrett. So just my quick impression. Wicked. Best of all of them. So far, it's the best of all of them for me. WandaVision was really slow for me. The first 4 episodes were far too slow for me to mark it as the best one. I get about what they were building there, but it was too much. You could have cut all that stuff down to 1 or 2 episodes, honestly. I really like Falcon and the Winter Soldier because it was grounded, a little more real. So, and I like that. It was almost more back to the spy stuff, which I really dug in Captain America, the Winter Soldier movie. Then we had Loki, which was a lot of fun, but it was kind of silly. And it's Loki. I looked at it, Loki season 1 as though their way to explain the multiverse and to fix it's their fucking crazy glue to try to fix everything and be like, okay, we can fix a whole bunch of things with Loki, plus open the doors for a whole lot of other shit with Loki because we just broke the universe open. But this one so far, it's only 2 episodes they gave us, but Hawkeye's always been one of my favorite characters anyways, like in the comic books and in the movies. In the comic books, especially the Ultimate Universe, he's a fucking badass. And in the 616, the main universe, he's quite the badass there too, you know. So, and he's funny as shit. So he's
I always like him. I like him as an actor. Period. So
yeah, man, I like Renner a lot. Grogu needs a net. He's a good stealer. True. Oh, he's a good stealer. Food stealer, even.
Yes. He likes frog.
No Hawkeye. Yes, he does. Frog eggs. Jesus, I can smell what the balloon's cooking. All right, yeah. Well, that was it. Yeah. So his second season's coming, and that's what that balloon was for.
Nice.
Yeah, you're welcome.
Speaking of sequels, prequels, whatever you want to call it, if you saw this movie in the 90s, I was a big fan of it. I don't know. Did you like
I loved it?
You loved it?
Yeah.
Michael Manns says that he has a novel coming that is going to be both
prequel and
sequel. So there's going to be some throwbacks and some jumping forward and backwards and stuff. So this will be out next summer.
Yeah, I'm down. No, but this is novel though. This isn't a movie.
No, this is a novel. Yes.
So far.
Right. So far.
I
mean, De Niro and Kilmer and Pacino might be a stretch for a new one, but I mean it's far enough removed. I guess you could do another one, maybe. I don't know.
Possibly. I don't know. We'll see how they take it. Hey, hi guys, late again. Well, we expect nothing less from Steelers fans.
It's Steelers week, buddy. It's Steelers week.
He wore that jersey just for you, buddy.
I did.
Heat was great. Didn't know there was a sequel potentially. Prequel. It's the grandkids now.
Right.
Now, speaking of adding on to more movies, and this one I don't know if anyone's asking for them, but maybe this is a stretch. Maybe we're all reading too much into this. But Zack Snyder posted a Thanksgiving photo to all his friends and family. And in the background here, it's a little blurry, but as you can see, there's a book there that says Justice League Final Crisis. This being Zack Snyder, we know, that's just happened.
That looks blurry to me.
Yeah, and I'm sure there was just an accident. It was just accidentally in the photo. He forgot that he had that there, and it's not him trying to restore the Snyderverse again and get another big payday. I mean, I give him props for being persistent. He is very persistent indeed.
I'm getting a comment here from a Facebook user. It's not a comment for the show, but it's a comment written down on a piece of paper for me to try to answer her, and I don't get it.
I don't want to watch that station.
You watch that station?
Yeah.
You can't just watch that station. It's on Prime, but
Okay.
it's scheduled.
Coming.
It'll be a new show. It's on at a certain time, a certain day.
I
It's
want to
new.
watch 2020 from the 20th of November.
Oh, then that might be on there. Yeah, it's on
What
Prime.
is she trying to find?
Stack. You have to go on to Stack.
Compelling television, folks. No more Schneider movies. I don't have another 4 hours to get another sore arse. Yeah, man.
Yeah.
I can't.
Hot chick. Did you say it
I
right?
can't get into them. I can't get into any Zack Snyder movies. The only ones that I really liked was 300. But I'm sure, like,
Amber likes Rob Schneider.
yes, I know she does.
Bob Sanders, the hot chick is my favorite.
Well, I'm not surprised.
I love that movie.
Well, I mean, yeah, it was a movie.
It's hilarious.
The people liked it. I mean, I'm kidding. Actually, I didn't mind the hot chick. It was actually not bad. I just like balls.
Something Paul Rudd's wife thought was hilarious, that Paul Rudd was voted People's Sexiest Man Alive.
Saw that.
Once it's cooled down, she was asked who she thought should be the world's sexiest man, and her pick was another Canadian boy from Toronto, Keanu Reeves.
Canadians just killing it there. Yeah, he liked that big reveal there too, eh? How long? Yeah, sorry, it kind of jumped. But yeah, I mean, I get it. I guess. I mean, he's the sweetest guy in the world, right?
He needs a haircut.
Well, his new comic book Berserker is out too. So if you're a comic book fan, go check it out. It's some interesting stuff. Not bad, not bad. Yeah, got anything else you want to talk about before we go? New Year's Eve is coming up.
Yeah,
We got a few sponsors. We got some raffles that we're going to be doing. People can buy some tickets ahead of time if you're local in the area. But like I said, we are working on some other stuff that'll be a little more internationally friendly for people. And that'll just be a way to help us pay for the event. Plus, we're trying to attach charity to the event this year, and that'll be completely separate. We'll have a link for it. It'll send you right to their foundation, and you can just send all your funds straight to them for New Year's Eve. It'll be fun though. We got music, we got comedians, we've got sketches, we've got it all, man. It is going to be like Dick Clark without Dick Clark, or the fireworks,
or like present day with Dick Clark, just not here.
Right. So no Ryan Seacrest either.
He's buried somewhere.
I'm sorry, Mr. Clark, wherever you are. Just go haunt Steve. It'll be good. I know you're not into it, Ryan, but have you seen Blumhouse introducing on Prime? No, I haven't. I don't watch too much stuff on Prime. I have Prime, but I have Prime just because I think it's just kind of comes free with my Prime membership.
Right.
One of them comes free with the other one. I'm not sure whether it's the shipping or whatever. It's just a package. So I don't know. Have you watched it, Steve? Have you watched Blumhouse Presents?
I like his take though. I like the idea of a Blumhouse football movie.
Right. Let's do that. Thank you for beating Dallas. My Cowboy fan friends are strangely silent. Not all heroes wear capes, sir.
Sometimes they wear Bengals jersey. Particularly
Sometimes they wear purple and gold.
Yeah,
And hey, can somebody talk about how my Vikings beat the Packers? The Packers? I'm just saying. Somebody had to blame it all on turf toe.
This is the thing.
I mean, COVID toe. Isn't that what he called it?
I don't know.
Yeah, it was something like that. But yes. Aaron Rodgers, you keep being you, because I love that after all these years, as a Vikings fan, I've been trolled with memes and GIFs of Aaron Rodgers for so long. And now I can take those same GIFs and use them on Packers fans. And it's so fucking beautiful. I mean, the only thing would be better if, done this. Yeah, never mind. Aaron Rodgers, you suck. No, he's still a man. He's still a bad man. A bad man. What's the best team to support, guys? I'll pretend they're awesome to back you up. The Vikings. The Vikings. I'd be wearing my jersey, but you can't see it with the green screen.
Black and orange, baby. Cincinnati.
Obviously, the best team ever is
when I say we, I mean the Cincinnati Bengals. We have not won a playoff game. It's the longest active streak in the NFL since 1990. So we need this.
Yeah.
I need this.
It's the icky curse. It's the Icky Woods curse. Well, the Vikings are awesome. Everyone else sucks ass.
Damn it.
Skull. All right. So next week, next week we're gonna trying to get a guest on with us. I know I said that for this week, but I was just busy and tired. And I blame Steve, really. He dropped the ball on this one. I don't know why. Our guest this week was actually supposed to be Amber, but she refused at the last second, pulled a diva move. She's like,
you've seen her rider.
She wanted us to give her an advance copy of the final season of This Is Us. I don't even have that kind of power. I don't know what she was thinking. Again, more insider baseball. But But no, there's a comedian that I want to bring on the show next week, and possibly a wrestler. So yeah, it should be some fun. Well, we will have some fun and see what happens. Nah, maybe we'll just get drunk. Who knows? Could be a little bit of that. What do you got coming up for this week?
Yeah, not much. And looking ahead, I don't really see. I don't know what's coming out next week, so I don't know what my review is going to be. There's some good stuff on Netflix, though. Have you checked out True Story yet, starring Wesley Snipes and Kevin Hart?
No, but I'm hearing a lot of rumblings, but I'm not hearing whether they're good or not.
I like it. It's Kevin Hart's definitely playing a very similar character to himself, as where he's a celebrity, movie star, comedian, and comes to do the hometown show in Philly, where he is actually from, and hooks up with his older brother, Wesley Snipes, who's always kind of been, the fuck up.
Yeah.
And yeah, I don't want to give away too much after that, but I really like it. It's a limited series, so binge it slowly.
And it's Netflix, right?
Right.
Are all the episodes released already?
Yes.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Well, I'll have to hit that after I finish watching Saved by the Bell season 2, because I'm halfway through that.
Another good movie out currently is Holly Berry, also on Netflix, starring in Bruised.
I'm gonna watch this one because I'm hearing that a lot of people are talking Oscar.
Yeah,
like
so
her performance is so good.
I've said this before. I listened to the podcast Smart List, which is Jason Bateman, Sean Hayes, and Will Arnett. Every week they bring a guest on, and Holly Berry was on this week's episode talking about she fought for this movie for a better part of 10 years, trying to get the money, trying to get someone to she wrote in it, she starred in it, she trained the entire time, not even knowing if this movie was ever going to get made, while she was lobbying for money and trying to get producers and all that stuff. So she was training in martial arts. 2 days into a 5-day fight scene, she broke 2 ribs and didn't want to tell anybody because she knew that it was, it would bury the movie. Yeah. So,
yeah, she's tough.
Holly Berry showing some grit in this one.
Well, and did you watch any of the John Wick movies?
I did.
Yeah, because she's in the last John Wick movie, and she shows off a lot of the talent there.
Yeah.
And even if you see the videos of her and Keanu Reeves training on the gun range too, she was badass there. So
I don't know the woman's name who she fights, but she is actually a UFC fighter. And yeah, so I mean, a lot of the scenes you're seeing in this fight scene with this particular fighter, I mean, that's the look of pain and on Miss Holly Berry. Oscar, you know what? I could see it.
Yeah, she has an Oscar, doesn't she? Didn't she win for Dorothy Dandridge? I think it was Dorothy Dandridge she won for. But yeah, she's a great actress, and she gets a lot of shit because of Catwoman and some other choices. But man, like I said, she did that WWE movie that blew me away.
Yeah, that was good.
Yeah, I could not believe how good that movie was. So
fantastic actress for sure.
So put some respect on that girl's name again. Well, yeah, man. Well, we'll see.
Watching another funny show. I watched the first episode and I thought, I don't think this is for me. This is a remake of a British show. It's a sitcom. I'm not sure. I think it's CBS possibly, but you can find it online, obviously. Ghosts.
Oh, I knew you were gonna say Ghosts. Yeah, it's been out for a while.
It's pretty funny, man. It's pretty funny. I gave it a second chance, and I'm liking it.
Yeah, I didn't make it through the first episode, but I might give it a second chance.
Me neither.
You know which ones I've been watching? I burned right through Hit Monkey, Jason Sudeikis, Olivia Munn, and I mean, it's just stupid Marvel cartoon about a monkey that goes on a killing spree with Jason Sudeikis's ghost, who is a hitman. So he basically trains the monkey to be a hitman. It's pretty awesome, though. I honestly loved it. And then there was another Discovery came back, Star Trek Discovery. I'm really not liking this show. And I don't like saying that about any Star Trek show. I really don't. But the acting's not the best. Oh, what do we got here? Olivia Munn. Ooh la la. Yeah, Olivia's great too.
Yeah.
And Monsters Ball.
That's what she
That's
won.
what it was. That's the one she won the Oscar for. Well, there you go. All right. Well, I think we're pretty
There you
good.
go.
There.
There's some stuff to check out this weekend while you're if you're in south of us having some turkey possibly, or wherever you are in the world. Have a good weekend. The holidays are coming up. Don't drink and drive. Be safe.
Hope you enjoyed. And everybody enjoy your Cyber Monday, I guess is the next one for you.
That's it. Yeah, Cyber Monday. That's the big one.
Luke says, I can't get past season 1 of Star Trek Discovery. Season 2 is actually pretty good. Season 2 is pretty good. You know what? And the show's good. And I hate to say this because I think Steve likes her as an actress at least. But I don't like Sonequa Martin as an actress. I don't think she's a good actress.
Who's that?
I think she played Sasha on The Walking Dead.
Oh, okay, yeah.
She's the captain on the Star Trek show.
I like her character in The Walking Dead, but I
just don't like her in this role at all. And I don't think that she's a bad actress necessarily. I just think this is a bad role for her.
You know what I've done? Sometimes the role ain't right for the person.
Yeah. What are you gonna do though? I'll give it a go on your recommendation. She was great in The Walking Dead. Yeah, well, Luke, I said the second season's good. I'm not saying.
So read the Wikipedia synopsis from the first season and then view season 2.
I actually like the first season. The first season was they show a Klingon rapes a dude, like a female Klingon rapes a dude. Like I mean, you see Klingon boob. I've never seen Klingon boob in my life. So I just because of the fact I got to see Klingon titty, that makes this whole season a win. The whole season's a win just because of Klingon titty. 4 nipples on 1 boob. I'm kidding. Bad teeth. I think it's a good time to go.
Like Al Bundy says, women need 3 boobs, 1 on the back for dancing. I don't really want that.
Love it.
That's Al Bundy I'm quoting. Don't take this out of context.
Okay, give me a shout if you can't get a celeb for next week's show. I'll keep it PG-13. We do not believe you. That's awesome. All right, well, Luke, thanks so much for joining us. Everyone else, Harriet Wood, my Facebook user 123, and everybody else who tuned into the show. Big thanks. Big thanks to my man, the Wellandwingnut right here beside me. Big thanks to DocNet as well, if you folks are looking for some internet. And big thanks to you folks for joining in for the Wellandwingnut. It's your boy Zeus.